Once upon a time, live streaming was just a niche hobby. Pixelated gameplay, shaky webcams, and awkward silences punctuated by the occasional viewer comment. But now, it's an empire. Twitch, YouTube Live, and a growing legion of alternative platforms have transformed streaming into one of the most dominant entertainment industries of the digital age. Streamers are no longer just gamers talking into a mic. They're a full-fledged celebrity, cultural commentators, and sometimes accidental diplomats reshaping global narratives. Because streaming at its core isn't just about entertainment anymore, it's about influence. Cultural, political, and economic. It's about mobility, the ability to go from a nobody with a webcam to a global sensation overnight. And in many ways, it's become the ultimate embodiment of the new American dream. A dream that isn't tied to a single country, but to the limitless possibilities of digital fame. For decades, the American dream was built on the promise that hard work, ingenuity, and a little luck could elevate anyone to success. The digital age has rewritten that promise. Success is still possible for anyone, but now it comes at the speed of a viral clip. No degrees, no corporate ladder, just a camera, an internet connection, and the ability to capture people's attention. This isn't just speculation, it's reality. Streamers like IShowSpeed, KaiSenat, Sketch, and Pokimane have proven that charisma, consistency, and a willingness to embrace the absurdity of the internet can catapult someone into stardom. It's a modern-day gold rush, where digital pioneers carve out their own brands in an industry that has no rules, no gatekeepers, and no limits. Take Speed's recent trip to China. What started as a personal tour became something much bigger. An unfiltered, real-time cultural exchange that racked up millions of views and challenged the way Western audiences perceive China. His streams weren't government-approved marketing campaigns or carefully curated tourism ads. They were raw, chaotic, and real. Exactly the kind of content that modern audiences crave. As Speed navigated the Great Wall, tried street food, and challenged locals to ping-pong matches, something remarkable happened. Viewers who had only seen China through the lens of geopolitical tension saw a different side. A side filled with a vibrant city life, warmth, and unexpected moments of connection. The Chinese embassy took a notice, praising Speed for its positive impact. This is the new power of streaming. It doesn't just entertain, it shapes perception. It bridges cultural gaps that politics and news cycles fail to mend. And while critics argue that this kind of influence can be strategically co-opted, the reality is that audiences trust creators more than institutions. Speed's influence isn't just about China, it's a glimpse into how digital creators can redefine global narratives in real time. Speed isn't alone in this accidental diplomacy. Influencers like MrBeast and the Sidemen have taken their reach far beyond entertainment. From raising millions of pounds to fund various British charities to building wells in Africa and restoring people's eyesight through medical procedures, streamers, whether intentional or not, are shaping how people see the world. Not through carefully crafted news reports, but through raw, unscripted interactions. The American dream was once a promise of stability, a house in the suburbs, a steady paycheck, and the security of knowing that if you worked hard enough, you'd have something to show for it. But in the digital age, stability has been traded for speed. Success isn't built over decades anymore, it's captured in a viral moment. Streaming has become the new gold rush. A path where anyone with a camera and an internet connection can turn charisma into currency. But, like with every gold rush, it comes with its own risks. The same raw authenticity that makes streaming so powerful is also what makes it so dangerous. In the past, fame was carefully managed by PR teams and Hollywood studios, creating polished public figures with controlled narratives. Now, streamers live their success and their mistakes in real time, with no script to protect them. The past few months alone, we've seen some of the biggest names in streaming caught in controversy, suspended, banned, or even physically endangered. Dr. Disrespect's permanent Twitch ban, Asmongold's suspension, and the growing problem of swatting, where streamers are targeted with false emergency reports that send armed forces to their homes, have turned digital celebrity into a precautious tightrope walk. Even IShowSpeed himself has been swatted live on air, proving that in this new American dream, the price of success isn't just financial, it can be life-threatening. And while streaming started as a grassroots movement, it's rapidly becoming another corporate machine. The first wave of streamers were rebels, people who built audiences from scratch, free from the influence of traditional media. But now, the biggest names have managers, production crews, and multi-million-dollar sponsorships. Brands like Red Bull, Razer, and G Fuel aren't just supporting streamers, they're shaping them. And as more money floods into the industry, the question that has always haunted the American dream resurfaces. How much freedom is left when the checks start rolling in? The old American dream was about climbing the ladder. The new one is about building your own. As streaming grows, it's clear that even the most independent creators aren't immune to the pressure of power, money, and scrutiny. The dream hasn't died, it's just evolved into something faster, riskier, and more unpredictable than ever before. But as the American dream expands, so do the challenges. The same freedom that makes streaming so powerful also makes it volatile. One controversy, one misstep, one shift in algorithmic favor can make or break a career. And as platforms introduce stricter policies and corporate sponsorships demand safer content, the Wild West of streaming is becoming more domesticated. Even so, the fact remains. Streaming is no longer just a job or a hobby, it's a movement. It's an entirely new way of existing in the digital world, a path to success that didn't exist a decade ago. And for every IShowSpeeds, Kaiser Nats, and Pokemanes, there are thousands of hopefuls chasing that dream, proving that the American dream isn't fading, it's just evolving into something bigger, borderless, and more unpredictable than ever before. The question now is, can streaming maintain its sense of community while facing increasing commercialization and regulation? The era of creative freedom is fading, replaced by stricter platform policies, tighter monetization rules, and corporate partnerships that favor advertiser-friendly content. But that doesn't mean the golden age is over, just that it's evolving. One of the biggest shifts is the growing emphasis of interactivity. Audiences don't just want to watch content, they want to be a part of it. Features like live polling, chat-driven decisions, and interactive mini-games are becoming standard. Meanwhile, special live-streamed events, whether they be gaming tournaments, charity drives, or influencer boxing matches, are pulling in record-breaking numbers. Take the 2025 Sidemen charity match. Over 8 million people tuned in from around the world to watch the livestream, and all 90,000 stadium tickets were sold out in just 3 hours, becoming a testament of how streaming is redefining live entertainment and how anyone with a camera can one day impact the world. At the same time, new platforms are challenging the dominance of Twitch and YouTube. Kick, Rumble, and even TikTok Live are attracting creators with promises of better revenue splits, looser moderation policies, and new ways to monetize content. The competition is forcing major platforms to innovate or risk losing their biggest stars. The American dream was never just about making it big, it was about making it real. It was the promise that success wasn't just reserved for the privileged few, but for anyone willing to put in the work and earn the trust of those around them. That trust was the foundation of small businesses, local communities, and self-made careers. And in many ways, streaming follows the same blueprint. The biggest challenge for today's content creators isn't competition, it's authenticity. Just as the American dream faltered when corporations replaced mom-and-pop shops and hollow marketing replaced genuine connection, streaming risks heading down the same path. Audiences have grown wary of scripted personas, over-commercialized content, and creators who just chase trends instead of building something real. The creators who will thrive in the next era won't just be the most entertaining. They'll be the ones who, like the entrepreneurs of the past, understood that long-term success is built on loyalty, transparency, and a sense of shared purpose. The lessons are the same. The most enduring businesses weren't just about profit. They were about trust. And in this new digital frontier, the creators who are lost aren't the ones who game the algorithm, but the ones who treat their audiences as more than just numbers. The American dream was never just about getting rich. It was about building something that mattered. Streaming has come a long way from its humble beginnings. What started as a niche hobby has grown into a billion-dollar industry, shaping pop culture, funding global charities, and redefining what it means to make it in the digital age. But, like any great revolution, it comes with challenges. The industry is maturing, and the days of unfiltered, consequence-free content are fading. The frontier is closing, replaced by corporate influence, tighter regulations, and an audience that demands more than just spectacle. They demand substance. But that's not the death of the dream, it's an evolution of it. For decades, the American dream was about chasing opportunity, building something from nothing, finding success on your own terms, and proving that talent and hard work could overcome any obstacle. Streaming has taken that very ethos and amplified it to a global scale. It's no longer about where you were born, who you know, or what credentials you have. It's about whether you can capture an audience, hold their attention, and turn that attention into something bigger than yourself. This new era of streaming doesn't just offer fame, it offers freedom. The freedom to build your own brand, to control your own narrative, to connect with millions without ever setting foot in Hollywood or Wall Street. And for those who master it, the rewards aren't just financial, they're cultural, they're historical, they're transformative. The American dream isn't fading, it's going live. And for those who know how to harness it, streaming isn't just entertainment. It's the most powerful tool for influence, mobility, and success the modern world has ever seen.